Hi there. We'll be starting in just a few minutes at 1 o'clock, and we'll record the session then too when we get started. So hang on for just a couple more minutes.
And Sandy, your screen is sharing, correct?
Yeah, I think so. You can see
Okay.
it?
I can. Yep, I can see you
Okay,
moving.
cool. Okay, good. And hopefully I'm sharing the right screen. You see the PowerPoint?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, maybe we'll give it one more minute here.
Yeah. We'll have to get some catchy tunes or something.
You can sing.
I'm not singing. I don't want people to leave. That was bad.
Maybe we'll give it just one more minute. It's right at 1 o'clock now, so let's give it one more minute to see if anyone else jumps on. Okay, should we go ahead and start?
Sounds good.
Okay. You want to hit, did you already hit record?
Yep, I'm recording.
Okay, thank you. Well, I am Sandy, and on with me is Cheryl from Implementation Specialists. And today we're excited to show you two of our brand new wsTOOLS for GP. We're going to look at first PayCorrect and then Journal Entry Hold. So PayCorrect. This is a tool that provides an easy way to correct payroll by allowing the user to enter negative amounts in payroll transaction entry. And this gives users the ability to fix a mistake if it was made in the past where the wrong pay code was used on a previous payroll run. And then the negative pay code payroll transactions get processed as normal and carried throughout the payroll process. So let's take a look in GP. The one thing with this tool is there's not a whole lot to see, no cool flashy windows or even fields added to windows. So what I'm going to do to show it to you is actually this is an environment where I do not have the PayCorrect tool installed. And so we're going to see what this looks like under normal circumstances without the tool. So I'm going to do a payroll transaction and just pick a batch here. And I'll pick an employee. We'll grab Adam Barr. And then I'll say this is for hourly pay code. And then when I'm in the amount field, like let's say I try to do a negative 20 hours or something, as soon as I tab off that field, I get this message that we've probably all seen saying this pay code cannot have a negative amount. So that's, again, what it looks like in regular GP. So let me just delete this row so we're ready to go. So again, that's an environment without the PayCorrect tool. So now let me flip over to an environment where I do have the PayCorrect tool installed, and let's try that again and see how it looks different. So again, let me grab a batch here, and we'll pick on the same employee, I guess, Adam Barr, and go here to the hourly again. And then now this time, if I try to do something like a negative 20 hours and tab off that field, there's no validation message telling me I can't do it. Because we have PayCorrect installed here, I'm able to enter a negative value to correct a mistake made on a previous payroll run. And so basically then after this, we're able to save this payroll transaction and complete the pay run as usual with building checks, calculating the checks, printing checks, generating the ACH file, etc. And then the negative adjustment transactions are carried throughout the process and get reflected on all the reports, employee year-to-date totals, and everywhere else. So that's essentially the gist of the PayCorrect tool. So Cheryl, anything you want to add there on PayCorrect?
Nope, I think you got it, and there are no questions at this time as well.
Okay, cool. Thank you for keeping an eye on that. So I'm going to hop back to our slideshow, and we'll spend a little more time on journal entry hold. There's a bit more to show there. I mean, hopefully you saw that the PayCorrect can be very useful. There's just not a lot to actually demo there. But now with journal entry hold, this is a great tool that allows you to put an individual GL transaction on hold so that it can't be posted before you're ready for it to be posted. So placing a GL transaction on a journal entry hold then also prevents posting of the batch assigned to that transaction. So regardless of where you try to post it from, if there's a transaction in that batch that's on hold, you're not going to be able to post the batch either. And then another nice feature we've provided with this tool is the ability to require a password to add or remove a journal entry hold. And this is optional if you want to use it or not use it. So again, let's take a look in GP and make sure I'm in the right GP environment. Here we go. This is the one I want. So let's go into GL transaction entry. And I'm going to click the lookup here because I already created and saved some transactions. So I made 2 GL transactions and put them in a batch here. And so I selected one of these, and if we want to put this on a journal entry hold, we just come up here under the additional menu and pick this toggle hold status. And right now I don't have this password protected, so it's already there on hold. When I tabbed off that journal entry number, we see now it's in red. Also up here, our post button is disabled. And then we can even see here in the menu title that it shows that it's on hold. So So we can't do any posting of this until we've removed the hold. And then if we come and look at the batch that is assigned to this transaction, again, the batch name, batch ID shows as being, it's in red because it's on hold. And again, the post button is disabled here. And I'll close this. If we looked at series posting, and let's find that same batch. If I tried to mark it, well, actually, I better close that other window first because it'll tell me it's being edited. So here, if we try to do something with this batch here, we say we get this message, a validation message saying the batch contains transactions that are on hold and it can't be posted. And the same thing if we tried to do it from master posting, we get that same validation message saying that it has a transaction or transactions that are on hold. So let's go back then to GL transaction entry, and we'll grab that same one that we just put on a journal entry hold. So let's say that, you know, we've finished making any edits to it and we've decided now that we're ready to post it. So we can just come here again and click that additional toggle hold status, and now our hold is removed and the post button's enabled. It's not saying up here at the top that it's on hold. And then if we go back here to the batch, again, post button's enabled. It's not on hold up here. And so we can go ahead and post the transaction or post the batch. So actually, maybe I'll just post the batch because then you can see, you know, it's going to post all those transactions in there. And I'm just going to, for now, cancel to any of those reports. But so that's how it works. And then also, if we wanted to look at the adding a password to add or remove a journal entry hold, we can do that here in this journal entry hold setup window. So I'll just put in a password and click OK. And then now if we go back here to GL transaction entry again, and I'm just again going to pick one of these that's already in here. And then when I come up here and say additional toggle hold status, now I get a message or a password prompt. So let's see if I put in the wrong password, you know, it'll let me know, but I'll put in the right one now. And then now after, whoops, there we go. And so now again, it's on hold and we can't do anything with it until, you know, we remove it. And then I get prompted for the password when I'm removing the hold as well. So that's how the journal entry hold tool works. Again, it's, you know, lets you put the individual transaction on hold, and so it can't be posted until you're ready to do that, and then you can remove the hold and post it or post the batch. So that is journal entry hold. Cheryl, anything to add there, or do we have any questions from people? I guess I kind of got through these very quickly, but that's.
So there are not any questions at this time, so we'll give people time to jot those in if they do. The other thing I would just say, you know, especially for journal entry holds, really comes in handy at month end, quarter end, year end, where you have transactions that you want to get recorded, but maybe aren't ready to post them yet. So you can always put them on hold. and have them sit there as a reminder of, yep, I got to do these, but you're waiting for final numbers or whatever it might be,
Yeah, that's a great idea.
before you do the postings. For payroll, right? Things go through and you find out, oh, I got the wrong, like you said, wrong department, or got to switch things around on the payroll and just record a reduction and put it into a different department or whatever it is. You can easily do that with PayCorrect, like you talked about. So no,
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
see any questions or
No questions.
comments at
Okay.
this point. So
Well, I guess that was short and sweet. It went a little quicker than I expected it would. But if anyone does have any questions or wants to see anything again here with it, we certainly have the time to run through any part of it again. Or here's how you can get in touch if you want to see things in more detail or see how you can get them. And we really appreciate you joining us today, and look forward to you being on additional webinars with us in the future. We've got some more coming up. And I don't know if we have more in January. I know we do in February, so.
yes, we do. So yep, and definitely check out the site though. They'll give you updates of when all the webinars are, and as well as past recordings.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, so this one will be up there then soon.
Right. Well, thanks,
Okay.
Sandy. And again, other questions, just send them in and we'll get answers for you. Thanks, everyone.
Goodbye.